Hey beautiful souls, David Essery here with a very, very special guest. My beautiful wife Leanne, the other half of Team Essery, who's a little
Hey
bit
everyone.
giggly. We have just been debating this morning, discussing the current energies and the current situations and everything that's happened and where we're going. And while we're going to remain trying to stay away from typical political topics as much as
Well
possible.
done.
Yes. We did want to discuss the ramifications a little bit of everything that's
But
happened. And
yeah, the current wave of fear
yeah,
that's
yeah.
that's out there at the minute.
There's so I'm not going to even say what's happened. Everyone knows what's happened, and the result of what we're experiencing in the field at the moment, and I know pretty much everyone else is because lots of people are talking about it at the moment, is there is an unbelievable amount of fear, stress, doubt, hopelessness,
Worry for
worry.
self,
Yeah,
worry for others, for
yeah,
loved ones, for anyone of a different colour, a different sexual orientation. There's just there's a lot
there's a lot.
out
And
there.
and it's opposed to unity. The thing that you've heard me talk about a million times, the thing that I talk about with Leanne all the time, the where we are meant to be going, this feels like in opposition of everything that we've been working towards. But
Feels like a step back.
it feels like a step
But
back.
yeah.
But I shared a message that hopefully some of you guys would have seen on Facebook yesterday. If not, you can check that out over on our page, from Melchizedek. And the long and short of the message, well, the short of the message, I guess, is trust the process. This Everything that's happening and has been happening is happening for a reason. And he talked about that this is the convergence of basically billions of timelines, right? Because again, we talk about this all the time. We are all creators of our own world. We manifest the circumstances around us through our thoughts, through our perceptions, through our expectations. And we have just got more and more powerful throughout this entire ascension process to the point that we're all creating an incredibly rapid rate. And we have just faced a situation where the two paradigms of like the old and the new have been coming head to head in public view. Yeah.
Smashed into each other.
Yeah. And everyone has an opinion on that, whether they're woke, whether they're not. And we've just seen this massive convergence period crashing together in a time that we knew was going to be completely and utterly transformative. Of course, I shared messages recently from Lord Lanto and stuff and claiming victory for the light. And, this, as we were saying, this feels like an opposition to that. But what Melchizedek is saying is that no, this is not an opposition. It's just part of the process. And we've just got to trust that. We've got to go with that and see where this road takes us. But how we do that, how we move forward from this point, is really up to us. And I think that's what we wanted to talk about today, really.
I'm seeing so many people, especially people with the light already, that are saying, and quite rightly in the messages, that you have to focus on your heart, you have to bring yourself back to a place of peace, of trust within yourself. You have to calm the storm within yourself. But it's not easy. It is not easy to do that. And some people are literally saying, no, if you feel the fear and if you feel anything, you must stop that immediately. You have to cut that down. You have to just stop that. You must only focus on the light and focus on your heart and bringing the ascension process forward and into the world. And I absolutely 100% agree that that is what we need to do. But for me, it makes me quite emotional. It's so important for me that that you are allowed to feel fear. You are allowed to feel hopeless and that everything is lost. You are allowed to be on the floor crying in a big heaping mess of, dung, basically. You're allowed to fall, and you're allowed to feel, and you're allowed to be angry and raging, and it is absolutely okay to feel that way. In fact, I encourage it, because if you keep that inside, if you keep the way I call it is like a splinter. It's a splinter of the soul. And if you keep that inside, it's just going to get covered, and it's always going to be an irritation in your heart, in your soul. It's going to stick within, and you have to acknowledge that. You have to invite that to the table. You have to see it and acknowledge it and say, hey, anger, hey, frustration, hey, hopelessness. You have to bring that into the light. You can't bury that in order to just be all love and light and happiness, because let's face it, the world isn't freaking love and light and happy. Oh, excuse my language, but it's not. It's not all love, light and happiness out there. It's terror and war and so much crap and pain out there that people are feeling, that people are going through with their health, their jobs, the world, everything is crappy. But you know what? It's not always going to be crappy. No. And you have to acknowledge that crappiness in you. You have to bring that out. You have to say, hey, crappiness, I acknowledge you and I see you, and I'm allowed to feel you. I'm allowed to allow you to come out, to let go of that, because by recognizing it, by acknowledging, by seeing, you bring it out. You bring it out and you take it out, and you then leave the space in your heart and your soul to fill that with light, with what feels just beautiful, from a place of just knowing in yourself that no matter what, everything is going to work out. Everything is going to be fine. It's magnificent. It actually makes me emotional. I'm getting really emotional, but that is where we need to be, and that is where we are going. But you cannot bury that splinter of panic and terror and fear and anger in you. You have to bring that out. You have to let it go, and then actively, and here's the bit. Once you do that, you have to actively work on filling that space with light and love and all the things that bring you joy. You know, work with your inner child. What does your inner child need? Do they want to play with some Lego? Do they want to get a colouring book? Even a Barbie doll? You know, I have a Barbie doll. I do, and I love her. And when things, I'm a really sensitive person, and when things just get on top of me and I feel hopeless, I bring that hopelessness now, I acknowledge it, and then I go and play with my Barbie doll for a bit. And I know, I'm a 44-year-old woman. But
I've talked about going to toy stores on this before. Yeah.
It brings you back to a sense of safety within yourself. After you expose, you know, the feelings you're feeling, it brings you back to a place of safety in yourself and a place of love and that childlike innocence. And then you just, that light is just so much easier to come in. It just, you know, you're in a much clearer headspace where you can just actively say, okay, I acknowledge that, I let that go, and I can choose this, because this feels wonderful, this feels great, this feels like hope, and everything is just going to work out okay. And I just, sorry, I'm going off on one pun, but I really felt it's so important to tell you that it's okay to feel the way you do. Yeah. It's okay. Please don't ever let anybody ever tell you you can't feel the things you are with what is going on in the world. It's just allow yourself to feel them, to let them go, and then change your energy. Come back to this, and by your energy changing within you, that will just ripple out to everybody like a stone in a pond. You'll just glow with the light, and it will just go from person to person. You know, if you smile at someone, like really genuinely heart smile at someone, you know, if someone smiles at me like that, I just return it instantly. It's not even a conscious thought. I just beam, and then you find yourself beaming at the next person, and then they beam at you, and then they beam at somebody else, and it just spreads. And the light will do that. We will prevail. There's no stopping us. There's no stopping you. Do you know how magnificent you are? So just know that we love you and we're supporting you, and you have got this, and it is going to be okay. It is. Side by side, shoulder to shoulder. We let the fear go, we let the love in, and nothing will stop you. Nothing will stop us, and nothing will stop this wave. So just,
we are victorious. As Lord Lanto said,
yeah,
we are already
just know
victorious.
that.
So this is just another stone in the road. That's all it is. Now, we, like, just on what Leanne's been saying, like,
Leanne's been going off on one.
The whole ascension process is the process of shining light upon the shadows. If we bottle up our feelings right now, if we suppress what it is that we are feeling with this current wave, then we're creating more shadows. That just doesn't work. And if we do that, if we're bottling up and putting on a brave face and trying to come back to our heart, it won't be genuine. It won't be as powerful, because it's a mask. That's all it is. It's a mask that's hiding what's underneath. Yeah, exactly.
Band-aid? What am I, American? A plaster. As we British say, it's a plaster.
A plaster, darling, a plaster.
Plaster.
You know, Lord Fuselius talks about this a lot with all the timeline work that we do, that in order to process trauma from our past, we have to understand it. We have to accept what it was, and we have to take our learnings from it. And only then can we release it and then begin to move forward. As Leanne said, you know, talk to yourself, talk to your body. You may well be feeling physical aches and pains around your body at the moment, whether it's a stiff back from stress or whatever it is.
My back yesterday, my adrenals went, I could barely bend over. I felt like I was about 90.
That's it.
And it was just the fear that I was feeling in my kidneys.
Yeah. Talk to your body, talk to your kidneys, tell them that everything's going to be okay. Talk to your inner child. As Leanne says, there's a high chance that a lot of the overwhelm and fear that you're feeling right now is coming from your inner child, because these situations that we find ourselves placed in are not ones that children should have to worry about, but yet we all have that inner child. Talk to it, reassure it that everything's going to be okay. Acknowledge these feelings within you. Learn what you need to learn from them and accept them so that you can let them go, and then we can move forward.
Also, just to say, the field of fear is so huge out there, and so many light workers are empaths and so highly sensitive that, you know, not only will you be feeling your own fear, you're feeling the collective fear as well. So if you can try, and I know it's so hard when you just, it's like your head is in the cloud of fog, isn't it? But if you can try to work out, you know, what's yours and what's collective as well, just ask yourself, is this mine? Am I carrying the fears and worries of others? You know, yes, okay, can I let that go so I can deal with my own? It's really important to just ask yourself the question, and you'll know, because you'll either feel it in here or here, or you'll hear yes or no, or you'll see the word yes or no, and you'll know if this is yours or something that's in the collective, which I think is important, because so many people, I mean, me yesterday, I couldn't think straight for hours. I was just in a fog, and it took me a long time to realize, actually, this is part mine and this is part universal and collective, and it took me a while to wade through stuff yesterday, a hell of a long time.
And in that regard, just return to your basics, you know, your violet flame, doing your chakras, purifying your fields, purifying your mental, emotional fields and stuff like that, making sure your thought process are your own, that your feelings are your own. We have been training for this for nearly 13 years now. We know how to do all of this stuff, how to sort ourselves out, how to bring ourselves back from this. And all we have to do is get that clarity of mind to remember to do these things when we're in the height of these situations. And that, I'm going to segue a little bit from here, because this is exactly the energy of the moment. I booked my workshop for tonight, Unify Your Light, preparations for the new age, because the new age is coming. Next week, Tim Wilde and I are collapsing the third dimension. These two things, both proposed by
Sorry, that makes me
Melchizedek.
just want to go.
That's what we're going to do. That's what we're going to do. These two things are happening right now because they are meant to happen right now. This has all been coming together and building to this moment. Collapsing the third dimension has never ever been as important as it is right now, so that we can dissolve the energy behind the third dimensional matrix that's fueling this whole system. We take that energy away, we can take a huge amount of the power away. Tonight, unifying your light with Melchizedek, who has stepped through at the most unbelievable level for this workshop. And he is fired up because he knows that now is the time that we step into our light. He's offering up huge karmic dispensations for us to let go of tons of old stuff, because he knows that we need to be right now. We are where we are meant to be, and we need to step into this highest version of ourselves so that we can perform the roles that we have come here to do. We have trained for this for 13 years, and now it is go time. It is time to shine as a beacon of light, love, and unity for the world around us to see. We are immensely powerful. You are immensely powerful. And you are a creator of your world around you. You are reflected in every single thing that happens around you. And as Leanne said, the simplest act of walking down the street and smiling at someone can completely change someone else's world. It can change their perception of their world changes it. Think about what you can do if you actively set your intent to raise the vibration of everything around you. If you walk down the road knowing that you are the beacon of light and love that you are, when you connect to that inner God and allow its light to flow through you as you step forward as a sovereign being, this is what the world needs right now. It needs role models, it needs examples, it needs us to show them that there is a better way of doing what we've been doing. Sorry, I'm
getting emotional here today.
So passionate about this, about how amazing you are and how far you've come, and that through everything that you've been through right now and everything that we're going to be going through the next period, that you are going to stand tall and you are going to shine your light brighter than you ever have done before. Because that's who you are.
Magnificent.
Magnificent, glorious beings. All of you. And we've got this. We've got this no matter what.
I've got no guns, but there you go. We got this.
No matter what happens, we've got this. Melchizedek has said it. Lord Lanto has said it. We are victorious. Trust in the process. What happens now is what it is. What we choose to do with it is what matters.
It's going forward.
It's moving forward. It's holding that height, that light, holding that love, to step forward into our master self, to collapse the third dimension and move into whatever the solstice brings. Which, if we're doing what we're doing next week with the third dimension, the solstice is going to be off the charts. I have no doubt. All of these things are lining up for a reason. Astrologically, it's not my ball game. It's not my area of expertise, but everything is lined up for what the exact situations that we're in right now, and it's no coincidence.
I think you and Tim might come out of it looking like Marv from Home Alone 2 when he touches the taps and he gets electrocuted. He's like, ah!
It feels like that a lot of the time. The energy at the moment. Yeah, that's it. We've got this, okay? Just trust in the process, trust in yourself, acknowledge how you're feeling right now.
And acknowledge how far you've come.
Acknowledge how far you've come, yeah. Make sure what you're feeling is yours. That's my most important. If you don't take anything away from this video, take that away. Make sure what you're feeling is yours, and then accept what you are feeling, because it's okay.
It is okay.
This is a human process, and
you're allowed to feel.
Are human.
You're allowed to feel. It's just acknowledging, letting them go, and then actively choosing something different.
Yeah.
I've one of my oldest dearest friends since I was 16, Emma. She has a saying that I love. It's just, she said, well, for starters, I cry a lot. I cry at everything. I'm so freaking emotional. I cry at adverts, and not that we watch many adverts, but I cry at everything. But she's always said to me that when you cry, it's like a shower for the soul. Sometimes the soul is just, it's dirty. It's dirty. And the only way to for you to clean your soul is to just cry. And it just washes everything out. And you know what it's like when you've had a good cry? Sometimes you feel it in here, and sometimes like a constriction around here. It's like a grip and a vice on you, and it just gets you like that. And then sometimes you have a really good cry, and you just feel so much better. And that's what I imagine, you know, my friend Emma saying, that, you know, the soul needs a shower, and just let it out. Let those tears flow. Let the anger flow. Let everything flow out and down the drain. Just let it go, and just fill yourself up. Go place your favorite song. Go find your favorite song, and it doesn't matter what you sing. Like one of my oldest friends, again, I went on a karaoke one night, and she made me promise I'd never sing again in public because it was so awful. But it doesn't matter. Put on your favorite song and sing your heart out until your throat is hoarse. Dance.
Until you can't stand
Dance until you can't stand. And you collapse on the floor in a fit of laughter. You know, phone your best friend up and sing to each other down the phone in hysterics. You know, just do things that are just gonna lift you up. That are just gonna lift you up. Go for a walk. Go sniff a dog, you know, go sniff and pet a dog or a cat. Obviously only if they want you to. Don't go sniffing and petting random animals, but just hug a tree. Just go up to a tree and say, "Can I please hug you, tree?" You know, and then
go smile at a stranger and see how you change their world.
Go smile at a stranger. Go be one of those random weirdos that you're like, "Oh, what are you smiling at?" Just you, and off you go. Just
knock on a friend's door, give them a hug, and turn around and walk away.
Yeah, and say nothing.
Yeah.
And say nothing. Or if you're random like me, get dressed up in a blow-up unicorn suit and walk down the road, you know, because why not? Why not?
Whatever it is, whatever
brings you joy.
Whatever brings you joy, just go and do it.
And if it's sat in your underwear on the sofa, watching your favourite shows, you know, eating something that's probably not going to be very good for you, but who cares? You need it right now, and that's all that matters.
Just self-love is so critical at the moment at these times.
Absolutely.
You know, just take what you need to look after yourself.
And even if that's even if that's just getting off the sofa and brushing your teeth, I'm proud of you.
Yeah.
You did enough.
Yeah.
I'm proud of you. If that's all you can do, that's enough. And even if you can't brush your teeth, so what? Even if you sat on the sofa, you woke up and you sat there, that's enough. Just know that you're freaking awesome, and you've got this.
Yeah.
You've got this.
And you're not alone.
We love you. Yeah. And oh God, I'm getting emotional again. Crying out loud.
We love you guys, and we've got this. You're not in this alone. You really, really aren't.
Shoulder to shoulder.
Shoulder to shoulder.
Hearts to hearts.
Yeah. And if you feel like it, come join us tonight for our workshop, Unify Your Light. We are going to be doing a lot of work with Melchizedek to sort out our own energetic systems. Not only just like a recalibration and realignment, which I think so many of us need right now, but also just incredible letting go and upgrades that I don't think have ever been on the table before. It's really, for us on an individual level, I think it's going to be such a beautiful experience. But then the other half of the workshop is we're going to be turning our attention to the planet, and we are going to be working to clear these dense energies around the planet at the moment, using that mastery that we developed throughout the session and turning it on our planet so we can help dissolve this collective fear, so that we can help smooth out the energies in preparation for the big shifts that are, you know, I say it's happening next week. The big shifts have already begun.
Happening now.
Yeah,
it's been happening for months. Things have just been intensifying.
Yeah.
I think for me personally, ever since June solstice,
yeah, it hasn't stopped.
It's a freaking snowball.
Yeah.
It's like, what is it? Indiana Jones.
Yeah.
Indiana Jones, when that big freaking ball was just like gaining and gaining and gaining on him, at least that's how it's been for me. It's just like ball, 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 big giant stone, just coming for you.
It's been an intense period. But as Melchizedek says, trust the process.
Which is hard. It is hard. I'm not going to deny it. It is hard, but you can do it.
Yeah.
And know you can do it. We're doing it. You can do it. You just here. Just here. If everything is just too much, just here. That spark of light in here. In here.
Come back to that. Feel that, you know, because that will give you everything that you need. Because everything that you need, everything that you are, everything that you could ever be is within you. We just got to remember to go find it sometimes.
Keep your face to the sun and the shadows will fall behind you. I love that saying.
Yeah. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you so much to my beautiful wife for
first time on camera.
joining me. I'm so proud of you. I really am. I love you.
Thank you. I love you. I had to speak.
Well said.
And we love you.
You can check out Leanne's channels on
hell
Facebook. No. If you search for Leanne Marie Essery, Intuitive Artist, because she is a beautiful painter. I hope that there may be more videos coming to her page in the future.
Maybe. We'll see.
And
we'll see.
Just please acknowledge with me, like, Leanne stepping into her power today.
Oh no, don't say this about me, no.
You deserve it, as do you all. We love you guys so much. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to join us tonight, the link will be down in the description. If you watch this at a later date, a recording will be on the same link that you can check out. And if you can't join us tonight, just energetically join in with us. Yeah. You'll just, just say, I'm just joining in with you energetically, and just we're all just going to work together. Yeah. We're going to be coming together to help the whole planet and everything that we can do anyway. So shine your light, beautiful people, and we'll see you again very, very soon. Lots of love, lovelies. Bye. Bye.